Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so my GoPro is dead because I'm a terrible YouTuber. Because I'm not a YouTuber. Anyway, yeah, so the other thing is, you guys are probably thinking, man, why do you have to buy new vehicles and trade vehicles in all the friggin' time? And the truth is, I don't really enjoy it because I don't really like spending money if I don't have to. But I made a mistake on this vehicle when I bought this vehicle. Did I have issues with this vehicle? No, not at all. A couple dumb little quirks, but should never have bought the Limited. You know, we have a camp 6 kilometers back in the woods, and it's rough and it's grown in a bit. And you know, this is a dark color, it shows scratches. It's the Limited, so it is a bit lower than what the other models are. I never should have got the Limited. I was sort of attracted by the luxury of it, but the new 2020s have all the luxury that's in this vehicle and then some, with a lot of safety features that they have now. So yes, as you can see in the thumbnail, I'm trading this vehicle in and getting a 2020 TRD off-road. I'm getting in the white because white, you know, tends to hide scratches. And there's a good chance that it might get a couple. The other thing is, what I want to do now with this new 4Runner is I want this to last the next, 5 years. As it is my wife's vehicle, and then hopefully we get 5 years out of the FJ, which is up there, and then when that time comes, if the FJ is still hanging on, then we'll turn the TRD off-road 4Runner into the FJ type thing for beating around in and whatnot, and then look at getting my wife something new. But I mean, a lot can change in 5 years. Maybe we can't afford it in 5 years, who the hell knows. But anyway, so the couple little things I did not like about this vehicle, I've made a video about this, you guys have seen, is the running boards honestly are completely useless. And the TRD off-road has a different style running board, and I really hope that it works out better. Every time that you put your foot on this thing, you're kicking the door sill. And down here you can see there's a bunch of tiny little scratches from exactly that happening. I mean, honestly, other than that, there's no real complaints about it. The new one has a bigger screen, more safety features than what this one does. Really, the only thing that I'm losing is cooled seats. Yeah, my wife says that they don't really work all that great in this thing anyway. But anyway, you guys have seen videos on this, so let's go now, pick up the new one, and say goodbye to the 2019 Limited 4Runner. Alright folks, so here it is. Back on the GoPro again. Need to learn how to keep this thing charged up. Cell phone sucks for this stuff. But anyway, here it is. The new, brand new 2020 4Runner TRD off-road. And you can see it's in white. And this is the vehicle that I should have bought right from the get-go back a year and a half ago when I bought the Limited. So the reason, I was getting at is I will be taking this thing back to my camp. It's rough. The woods are grown in a bit. I will trim the road out before I take this thing back because it is still, a $55,000 vehicle. It's not any cheaper than what the Limited is. It just has more goodies and it's better for what I'll be using it for. But it will be used for that, and I will be able to do some comparison videos between this vehicle and that vehicle down there, my FJ. Now, the way you see this vehicle is not the way this vehicle will be staying. That's another reason why I decided to trade in the Limited, is because to me, the Limited is not exciting. There's not really a whole lot that I'd want to do to modify that, because then I still really wouldn't be able to do a whole lot with it that I want to do. I have plans for this vehicle. I do actually like these rims, but these rims will be coming off. My wife doesn't really care for these, and we like the black wheel look. And there's some things on here that will be getting changed out. Like, for one, this is a great place to buy a vehicle. Probably the best dealership experience I've ever had in my life. Gilles at this dealership, he's unbelievable. He's a great guy to deal with. But these stickers, they got to come off. In my other vehicle, you couldn't notice them as much because it was the charcoal color or whatever. But here, it really sticks out. I don't like when dealers do this. But anyway, I don't feel like this gray matches the vehicle either. So we're going to be doing some changes in the front end. You can probably guess what's going to happen here. I'm pretty sure you can guess what's going to take place in the front. Along the sides, keeping with the black and white theme, really the only thing on the sides here that I want to change are these. And these aren't so bad because they're like a matte. They're not glossy, they're not shiny, but this will look much better in black, so that will be happening. I love how the roof rack is black, but I also really like the basket. The basket's great because when we go back to our camp, we got a lot of stuff, and we have a baby now, so we'll be taking 2 vehicles back. I can put stuff on the rack of the FJ, and I could put stuff up here. So there's a very good chance that's going to be getting swapped out for the rack. So we're talking about wheels here, some front end changes, and in the back, of course, they have the matching silver in the back that just does not match. Like, you got white, you've got black, and you've got silver. It just doesn't match, so that needs to happen. So that's basically it for exterior. As far as suspension goes, the reason why I didn't go with the TRD Pro, honestly, is because of price. The price was a lot more expensive than this one, like quite a bit more expensive. Yeah, you know, you get Fox shocks are amazing. The suspension on the Pro is great. The look of the Pro is great. You get the TRD Pro exhaust now. It is great, but I do like doing vehicles my own way. I don't like, you know, just buying a themed vehicle and then that's it for that price, and then there's tons of other people out there who have the same vehicle, whereas I can put my own wheels on this. If I want to do suspension on this, I can. There's a very good chance I'm going to be doing an intake underneath the hood, and hey, who knows, maybe even a supercharger. But let's jump inside and take a look at the inside of this thing for a second. You can definitely tell the seats are different than what was in the Limited. This is the soft Tex leather, whatever they call it. It's definitely a little bit of a different material. It's a little bit glossier, whereas the Limited had like the perforated seats. But my wife liked the seats in the Limited better than this, just the look of them. But I do like the red stitching that goes along here, and this is all black, whereas in my Limited, like the dash and stuff was gray. But the big changes for the actual vehicle, oh my god, my wife was in this, that's right. Okay, so the big changes for the actual vehicle are, well, one, you can see the dash layout there is different. Much better screen. So we have an 8-inch screen now versus like the 5.5 or 6-inch that was there before. But the safety features, so we have the lane keep assist or lane departure warning, whatever it's called in this. We have the dynamic radar detection cruise control, I think they call it, which is just, you know, adaptive cruise, which honestly I didn't really think I cared about until I had it in my 2020 Super Duty. And now that I have it, I absolutely love it. So I really do like the gauge layout is different. I like it's just a much nicer, cleaner look, I find. I haven't even been able to figure out how to reset my trips and stuff. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. Actually, I just figured out what's going on here. As far as the interior, I really do like the TRD shift knob. And of course, this being the off-road, it has the true 4-wheel drive shift lever, so it's an actual transfer case. So up here we do have the locking rear diff, which is awesome. In my Limited, it was a locking center differential, so it was all-time sort of all 4-wheel drive, versus this is 2-wheel drive until you put it in 4-wheel drive, which I do like. It should make it a little bit easier on fuel as well. And then of course here we have our crawl controls and then our different terrains that we have here. So that's cool. I actually like the look of the carbon fiber here. So as far as things that I lost from getting this versus getting the Limited, was I don't have memory seats and I don't have cooled seats. That is it. I still have dual climate control. I don't know if this is only a Canada thing, but I've seen some off-road TRD off-road premiums, which this one is, and videos, and it did not have dual climate control. Of course, we still do get the moonroof, which was a big thing for my wife. She wanted the moonroof, she wanted leather, It's got everything that we wanted and then some. They definitely made some improvements in the 2020 model year, but the big thing is the safety. The big thing was the safety with the pre-collision warning, the radar cruise control, the lane keep warning, the automatic headlights. I really like that. So that's where this thing sort of really took a leap as far as things go. But let's go for a quick little drive, because what I noticed, I only drove this thing for honestly maybe 3 kilometers, is the signal indicator sound is different, but it's still not automatic. I don't know when they're gonna switch to that. But all right, so here we are cruising. These things are so quiet on the inside. Toyota really does a great job of insulating their vehicles. You know, I love driving the other one, and I love driving this one. Nothing has really changed. I don't even really notice a whole lot difference in the suspension, to be honest. I don't notice a whole lot different in suspension feel, but I really do like the little upgrades they made on the interior. There's subtle changes, but it just looks way more modern. So I said before, you know, I don't really enjoy buying new vehicles, and I mean, of course, everyone, you know, enjoys buying new vehicles, but I don't buy new vehicles just because I want to have the new thing. So for this, I bought it for the reasons that I explained to you guys. Is I should have got this right from the get-go. I made a mistake. I had a great chance to get a good deal on this, so I took it and I corrected one of my mistakes. For my new truck, my 2020 Platinum, I bought that because I needed a 350. I knew that there was a very good chance that I was going to be buying another excavator, and my 250 legally would not be able to tow it. I'd be overweight. You know, that my new truck has like double the payload capacity as what my 250 did. And when I bought my 2019 F350, I bought that because my 09 V10 was just an absolute pig on fuel. So I'm saving a bunch of money by just driving that versus driving my V10. And it was starting to get to the point, you know, it was 2009, that it needed some maintenance. So I don't like having to spend a bunch of money on maintenance. And also, we work in a lot of high pressure situations sometimes, and I just can't have that. I need a reliable vehicle. The brakes feel good. You do get a bit of nosedive in these things, there's no doubt about that. But anyway, folks, this is the new rig. We'll definitely be having some fun with this thing. Like I said, I was quite limited with what I could do with the limited. I did not mean to say that like that, but that's how it came out. But I was quite limited to what I was able to do, and this is going to be a lot more fun. So you can hear the new signal indicator. Everything just sounds and looks a bit more modern. Now, of course, we still do have the old 5-speed transmission and the 4-liter engine. That certainly has not changed, and I don't think they need to change that, to be honest. Maybe they will down the road and get some better fuel mileage, but it doesn't hurt my feelings any. I love this drivetrain, I love this vehicle, and I can't wait to have some fun with this thing. Okay, so the sound system is definitely better. So they changed the key fob, but I can't really say that it's any better. These things look like they're back in 1980s or something. But it does have automatic starter, which I don't know how to use. Apparently you can do it on this, and you can use your phone. Yeah, but we'll figure that out at some point. The backup camera is definitely much larger. The resolution still isn't much good, but it's better. But anyway, folks, that is it. So there is the new rig for the channel. I know I've said that a few times recently, and there's still more stuff coming, but stuff that we need because of the other big thing that we just bought. But anyway, stay tuned. We're gonna have some fun with this thing. We couldn't have much fun with the Limited. It just was boring. This is not gonna be boring, trust me. We're gonna have some fun with this, comparing it to the FJ. This is gonna be going off-road. It is an off-roader. It's gonna be doing some cool things. Some cool things are gonna be happening to it. So stay tuned if you're a Toyota fan, if you're a 4Runner fan. We're gonna have some fun with this. But anyway, until next time, folks, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.